The Most High is more than a ruler. I think there's a scripture says something. Huh?
Sometime.
He's the maker of us all. I think somewhere it says that. Maker of us all. All right. Then we go from there. So those are the things that he established, right? Now, let's go to the next verse. We're gonna wrap it up with the 10. All right.
Verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
All right, stop. Sabbath day. Man has said, remember the first day.
Hey.
Man changed the Sabbath. That word Sabbath, right? What does the word Sabbath mean? Let's look it up.
Shabbat. Intermission. The Sabbath.
Then you go back to this one here. Shabbat. To repose, to desist from exertion in many implied relations. To desist from exertion. All right. Now we got to get a definition here.
Don't say don't overexert yourself.
Right. What does exertion mean?
Here's the definition of exertion: physical or mental effort.
Right.
So rest your body and your mind.
There you go. Resting your body and your mind. How do you rest your mind?
Meditate. Focus on the word of Yah. You know, you're not tangled up in the cares of this world on Shabbat. You got 6 days to be tangled up in that.
Right.
So take a rest from that, not just physically but mentally. You know, don't be continue to be wrapped up in the cares of this life, this world. Take a break.
It's kind of like times of refreshing come from the presence of Yah, right?
Yes.
So that's a refreshing time. Right? Get your mind on him and allow him to refresh your mind. So the 7th, okay, Shabbat. And Shabbat also is from seven, which is Shabbat. So the 7th day is the intermission, which is the what? To desist from exertion.
You know, being at the games. Intermission is a
Take a
break.
break. Right. Take a break. So the 7th day is the break day. Now, somebody would say, well, we can worship him every day. That verse will say nothing about worship. Does it? Well, see, religious people will try to throw a Mickey in the drink and say, oh, I can worship any day of the week. Well, look, we ain't saying nothing about worship. It said rest. You can worship any day. You should worship every day of the week. Your life is a worship. Just because you think worship means attending a service is not worship. That's called a public meeting. We all know everybody that gathers at a public meeting is not worshiping. Some people just there to look. They go somewhere, everybody else is singing, clapping, and praying, and you got a few people sitting there just looking. Pope and I were always trying to see who they can take home. I remember when I was a coach, boy, coach was big at that. We'll go to the convocation, people come under with big hats on, walking down the front. Roy kissed everybody. They ain't come to worship, they came to be seen.
Outward display of religion.
Got on a London fog coat, whatnot. St. John's suit.
Searching high and low to be
Arma-
outdress everybody.
the brother had on the Armani suit. Giorgio, what is it? Giorgio, what's his name? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I used to be into all this. Giorgio Armani. People, we hit on them alligators, hippopotamus, crocodiles, shoes and stuff. Paisley ties back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Head on back in the day. I'm gonna take y'all way back. Halstead Cologne, Royal Copenhagen, Cool Waters, Pierre Cardone. We was doing it. We smelled good walking in it. We smell
Trying to entice somebody.
Huh?
Trying to seduce somebody.
We wasn't there to worship. We there. We
Make a name for ourselves.
right. And then some people still in the Hebraic movement go to gatherings to be seen. They're not there to worship Yah. So the seventh day is not about worship. The seventh day is about, as it says, the seventh day is a break. Then he explains it. Did you read the rest of it out?
All of verse 8.
So it says, okay, go ahead.
Verse 9. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of Yahuwah thy Elohim. In it thou shalt do no work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days Yahuwah made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore Yahuwah blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
Right. Okay, that's it. So that's the law. Now, legalism. Oh, brother, that came under Moses. I'm glad you said that because we're going to prove you wrong. So go to Genesis chapter 2. It just says suited and booted. So go to Genesis chapter 2, right? I'm sorry, I'm wrong. No, it is chapter 2, verse 2. There it is, right.
And on the seventh day Yahuwah ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he made. And Yahuwah blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which Yahuwah created and made.
All right, so now stop. Where was Moses at? For those that say, "Oh, that's the law of Moses." Where was Moses at? Was Moses living? But he was in the spirit. He was concealed in the spirit. Right? So Moses was nowhere in existence. So the seventh day Shabbat. Oh, I got another info session. It wasn't for the Israelites. The seventh day wasn't the Israelite Shabbat. They say seven days of Jews Sabbath. That what the preacher say? Where's the Jews at? Were they there in Genesis 2? So how can this be the Jews Sabbath? Remember the Sabbath day, right? He rested. He says on the seventh day, he rested. He ended his work. Now, Brother Bodison will like this one here. A good friend wanted to try to have a discussion with me and Brother Bodison to say he worked on the seventh day because it say he ended his work on the seventh day. Otherwise, he worked the whole day and then ended it. So the question is, when did the seventh day begin? Because it said he ended his work which he had made and rested on the seventh day. See, Brother Teddy, that's his name. He said he ended the work and then he rested. So he worked on the seventh day and ended. So what day did he rest in? Because it says he rested, right? It says he ended his work which he had made and rested on the seventh day from all his work which he made. So you can't rest on the seventh day and work on the seventh day at the same time. It's a contradiction, right?
Yeah.
So, and then it goes on to say that he blessed the seventh day. See that? He blessed the seventh day. He didn't bless the first day of the week. He blessed the seventh day, right? And, oh, it's over 3. It's past my time. And he set it apart. Because that, in it, he had rested. Oh, y'all rested? And that he rested. What's the word for rested? To repose, to desist from exertion. So, even y'all rested on the seventh day. Imagine that, right? All right.
He's resting. Everything in heaven is resting.
So I'm going to go ahead and close it right there. We're not going to finish the other half of that, but you get the message. So the Most High, even with his precept, he didn't make us obey. He commanded us to obey. And command, what does it mean to command?
It's like you're demanding.
Right.
There's no option
Right.
with that.
Right.
I command you to do it this way.
Okay, let's look at that word command real quick. Okay, so command means, okay, we went over this before. So why? Intensively to constitute, to enjoin. So in other words, command is not, you do this. It's a constitution. It's a covenant. That's what a commandment is, a covenant. You have a choice to or to not, huh? If you don't do, then you're breaking the Constitution. You're breaking that thing that joins us, that union. So that's why I say broken fellowship, right? So when you break Yah's law, you have broken fellowship with Yah. You have become what? A backslider, right? That's what backslider is. See, we in Christendom, we was made to believe a backslider person to stop going to church. You can stop going to church and still be obeying Torah. So you're not a backslider because you was absent from church. But you could be in church and be a backslider.
That thing that has been appointed, Yah has appointed for us to keep his Sabbath has been set in order. So it's almost like been set in stone.
Right. Right.
That's it.
Because it's just like, it's like an instruction, right? It's like, I got to put a blade on my zero turn, John Deere zero turn riding mower, right? Now, once you've done something and you perfected it, you don't need to read the instructions no more. You already know how to do it. But if you don't know how to do it, you've never done it before, better read that instructions. Figure out, how do I change the blade? First thing, you want to get it up high in the air, and you want to block